I don't got anything else for you.
How did the finger hold up today?
It was okay. There was a couple plays that I felt like it affected me, but overall, I thought that we were able to manage it well.
Were the 2 fumbles a case of that, or not necessarily?
No, the fumble late. We just didn't get a clean exchange. We were trying to set up a screen in the first half, and the ball slipped out of my hand. So that was one play in particular that.
That was a grip issue, you think, with the display?
The ball slid out of my hands.
How instrumental was having Alvin back today?
Yeah, I think statistically, obviously, the numbers speak for themselves. But, man, just having his presence on the field and having the ability to hand him the ball and all of that stuff, he just does so much for this team. Just being there, he's a great leader. He's, an emotional guy, plays with a lot of emotion. So there's so many things intangibly that he brings as well that the stats don't quantify, but statistically they obviously speak for themselves as well.
How good does it feel just get the win?
Yeah, look, this has been a tough stretch for this team, and it's been a foreign thing losing so many games, and I think we've had great leadership that have really just kept our heads down, and we got to stay the course, and we're going to start winning football games, and that's what we did, and so it's nice to get this win.
Jason, did this game feel at all like some of the earlier games this season where the defense is playing kind of lights out and you guys are kind of working hand in hand, not turning the ball over?
Yeah. Look, I obviously our defense played very well tonight. I thought that coaches, the way that he called the game was reflective of how well our defense was playing as well, and man, it's good complementary football when you got a good defense and you're making, their offense go the length of the field to score. It's tough to do. So I thought, all 3 phases just played very well tonight. Today.
Related to that, how important was it today to just for you in particular not to turn the ball over and play kind of a clean game after the way last week went?
Look, I'm not going to overcomplicate, what happened last week. Every time you step in, on the field and get ready for a game, that's the expectation, is a 0 turnover game. And so that was the expectation today. It was the expectation last week too. But, we made a lot of plays today, and, we handled the ball well.
Taysom, Ronald Curry was saying that you guys have been working on, you treating yourself almost as if you're the check down and getting out and running, when that's there. Do you feel like that's something you've been doing really well the last 2 weeks? It seems like, the scrambles have been really effective for you.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things that becomes a little challenging as a quarterback that can run. But I think that, and I haven't watched the film yet to know if there were other opportunities, if there were some opportunities that, maybe I could have got the ball out. But I think overall, I can think of a couple of situations last week, this week, where we were able to keep the chains moving because of that. And it's obviously a big part of, what I can do, and something that makes us hard to defend.
Is that something where you can, I don't know, you just mentioned it's a balance. Is there a danger, maybe even overthinking it sometimes and maybe holding yourself back when you know you can?
Oh, I'm not overthinking it. I'm just playing ball.
Yeah.
So, again, I break the film down, I watch it, and I look at things that I could do better and things that I did well and try to build upon. But look, I'm not overthinking those things. So.
Take another shot to your hand sometime in the third quarter?
Yeah, I think I did. I think it was the second quarter. I could be wrong, but yeah, I did. It was on a sack and just kind of jarred my wrist a little bit, and took me a couple minutes, but it came back and it was okay.
Yeah, but is that something that you have to be kind of cognizant of when you're kind of dealing with something that's already? Yeah, you're in the process of healing. You're out there playing, and then. Worry about reading.
Yeah, I think that there's a balance of, obviously being available for your team to play, and then being capable of doing everything you need to do. And so, you're aware of those things all the time. And if I, felt like it was taking away or I wasn't able to do everything I needed to, then, I would have said something. But once you get in the course of a game, you can't allow your mind to get distracted by other things. So, that's something as I take the field, I'm not consciously thinking about my finger or my wrist or whatever it is. It's go time.
How do you compartmentalize that? Like when you can actively feel pain or something, and just how do you know?
Look, this is football. I've been doing this for a long time, and if you can't do that, it's hard to play in this league. That's just the reality. Everyone's dealing with something.
Along the injury line, when you got tackled by your foot, was that the injured foot? You were shaking it out, they tackled you, grabbing your foot.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't remember the play. It's my right foot, so if it was my right foot, then yes.
When they grabbed, so I guess it was not good.
No, there's not a play that sticks out in my head that bothered my foot.
Has that become a relative non-issue though? You said you were feeling good after last weekend.
Look, this is something that I think I'll probably be dealing with for the rest of the season. So it doesn't feel normal, but it's good enough.
Did Sheldon say anything to you after that sack that he had?
No, he didn't. He said something to me before, and what did he say? He asked if I was going to give him one or something, and I said I hope not, and then we did. So, good. Thanks, guys.